1063.
WESP Jupiter, a good karma brands radio station.
If Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers allegedly got caught circumventing the salary cap, I could only imagine what they were doing up there on One Patriot Way.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
People. It is a Wednesday. It is September the 3rd, and it is your boy Theo Dorsey. We are right back at it like we never left. It was a long Labor Day weekend, full of football, full of action. Week 1 of college football did not disappoint. Week 1 of the NFL bet not disappoint, or else I'm just going to be locked in on the Canes all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me the action. Give me the love. Give me some real motion. This Wednesday, we got Evan Cohen pulling up at 2:30. We have the happy hour at 3, of course. Tina going to pull up, provide her cocktail of the day, as well as some good words on the pending football season we have in front of us. But C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos. And C-Cat, how the heck have you been, man? I literally just pulled up here. I got here super late, so I hadn't got a chance to have any pleasantries. Is everything going good over there? Is everything operating perfectly?
Yes.
Good. You were surrounded by ducks yesterday?
Yeah. Modern day Snow White right here in Palm Beach County.
What were you doing?
I went to a food truck that's on Military Trail. It's a good road for food trucks, especially when you get south of like Forest Hill. Bang, right, left, every single block. You'll get different food trucks. And I was the only one taking advantage of their outdoor seating. So about maybe 13 to 14 ducks just surrounded me and got really close to my feet and then popped a squat and hung out.
Why?
Because
you were
I had
dropping food?
I wasn't dropping food, but apparently in that spot, people often do.
So they were just waiting on it like a dog near a kitchen table.
Yeah, I kept all the pork belly to myself.
Okay. See, because that is actually, you don't want to be that person that sets that precedent for the ducks. Because then you have people like me that'll come there a few days later and sit down and try to enjoy a meal, and that would absolutely ruin my experience.
Yeah, like Seahawks at the beach. You don't want to feed the Seahawks at the beach because then all of a sudden those Seahawks are hounding folks that are eating their potato chips.
Weird tangent here, but it's the same topic. When I was in Milan, I want to say about 2 months ago with the wife, we went on a little trip. At one point, we wanted to have a nice little brunch. There's not a lot of brunch spots in general in like Italy and France and that side of Europe. They're not big on breakfast.
They wake up a little bit later.
Yeah. I mean, lazy are the Europeans, from what I'm hearing. But no, C-Cat. So we went to this spot in Milan. It was one of the only brunch spots. So the line was like 30 minutes. We're sitting there waiting forever to finally get seated at these tables. And you know how it is at those European restaurants, just little small tables. Very crowded. It's outdoor seating only at this point, but I was finally excited because I get to eat my favorite meal of the day, which is breakfast, little brunch action. And we're sitting next to these two women who don't speak English. I know that because they were literally within arm's reach of us, and they were having a full, bloated conversation. No problem. No issue there. We're in their homeland. You know what I'm saying? We're the invaders.
Right.
As we're eating, though, I realized that birds every now and then would swoop down and pick up food off the ground to get a little grub in. Now, you know me. You know how I rock. I don't like birds.
Anything that flies.
Anything with wings is not good with me.
You think that they are government plants that are listening to us.
Yeah, I'm traumatized by what the Eagles did to my Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Anything with wings, I flinch. I hate it. I get up and leave. You can ask my wife. We would be having the most beautiful dinner at the most elegant place by a waterside. If it's too many seagulls, we are leaving.
And now, does your wife also kind of not like those things? Or no, this is one of those things that when you're in a long committed relationship, you just got to deal with.
She has to adjust to me. I feel bad. I am not a hard person to adapt to. Very easygoing, very amicable, nice guy, people say. Matter of fact, in college, I won best personality. So very engaging, charismatic dude. I'm good to be around, C-Cat.
Unless
there's birds around, and I turn into an absolute mess. And that is, she's gotten used to it. So she knows if we're somewhere and we're eating and there's too many birds flapping around or ducks walking around or seagulls in the area, oh no, it's a non-starter.
You should start lying and just saying you have a bird allergy.
I should.
Just
What would these
anything
restaurants do?
aviary. I just simply can't deal with it.
But no, the point of me talking about this brunch is the two ladies to the right of us kept dropping eggs and like avocados and stuff on the ground, and then every time they do it, they'd be like, "Whoopsie."
Oh, they were making a joke out of it.
Yes, because they saw me kind of not really enjoying it when the birds will swoop in and come and peck around our legs. And so they started doing, and it happened like 2 or 3 times. And on the third time, C-Cat, I kid you not, at this point, I'm actually fed up. My wife knows I'm pissed. She knows that things might get a little aggressive. One time they dropped some eggs. This is like 10, 12 minutes into the brunch, and the egg landed near my foot. I turned and looked at the woman in her eye, and then I kicked the egg under her table. It took 3 or 4 kicks because, scrambled eggs aren't easy to move. With
Right.
your feet on the
Hard to
concrete.
pick with a fork, let alone with your foot.
It was a very aggressive move, but I'm glad I did so because about 30 seconds later, a bunch of birds swarmed her. And you know what? I was like, damn it, you got what you asked for. So for anybody out there that is outside eating, that is in the public eating, especially if you are around others, just be careful, be courteous of your fellow. We are in a society, and some people in this society, not me, but other people, have a fear of birds.
I think I have an idea for a future punishment
I
for a
would
contest.
turn into Mike Rizzo. I wouldn't do it.
If
I
the
wouldn't do
loser
it.
needs to get a pet bird,
I wouldn't
and then
do it.
like every year it's reset, all right, whoever loses the contest, they got to take care of the
always-
pet bird for the year.
It's always a pet bird.
And it's
Specifically a punishment for me that everybody would have to do.
I think no one wants a pet bird unless you want a pet bird. Like you're never like, what the heck? Might as well get a pet bird. No one's ever
Some
like
people
that.
there are people that have
Right.
pet birds.
Unless you specifically sought out a pet bird, you're never just like, might as well have a bird. No. Unless you are intentionally getting a pet bird, you do not want a pet bird.
888-760-3776. We're going to get to our bold football takes as we're a day out from the NFL season. You can also do some college football bold takes if you want to, just making predictions for this year. But I first have to address what C-Cat just said. Do we have any good people that listen to Theoretically Speaking that are pet owners and that pet happens to be a bird? Any bird pet owners, do they consider themselves, saved by the bird, like people that with dogs? Like, oh, no, he
No.
saved me.
Birds are
Rescued.
annoying, man. You ever go into a house that has a pet bird?
No, hell,
They're
what
just-
the hell would I be doing in there?
Well, they're in the cage. They're not flying around.
I'm not around maniacs. None of my friends or family have pet birds.
I would rather go to a residence that had like a pet reptile of some sorts versus a pet bird. Because a snake isn't making a racket in the kitchen.
Right.
You got to throw a towel over the snake's tank to make sure that he's not bothered by the company that's in the apartment.
What about a ferret?
Ferrets are kind of cool.
Kind of cool, but a little weaselly. I would like if I'm sitting on the couch trying to enjoy the game, checking out little Miami Bethune-Cookman action on a Saturday leisurely, and a ferret comes wiggles up next to my leg. I think I'm going to cause a fit.
I don't know, just a little bit too rodent.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It
saying.
is by definition, a rodent, I believe.
I don't know.
It's just cute enough to not have to be locked in the cage. That's kind of what you get with ferrets. But chinchillas are cool.
No, a ferret is not a rodent,
Never
says
mind.
Google AI. So
All right.
don't be trying to loop them dudes in.
That's
It's absolutely disrespectful of you, C-Cat. 888-760-3776. Do you own a bird, or do you happen to know a bird owner? Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline and tell us how you came about to be a person who literally comes home every day to what are some birds, like parrots?
Parrot is a popular one.
A cocker spaniel? That's a dog.
A cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
Ooh, a toucan would
A
be nice.
dove.
I don't think toucans are legal to have as pets.
But they're tropical.
Right.
888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. You keep making these declarative statements about animals, and you're not a zoologist.
I gave a think. I don't think.
888-760-3776. We need a real pet expert. We need a real zoologist here. Maybe the people at the Palm Beach Zoo hear us. If you own a pet bird or know somebody that does, how did it happen? What made you make that big leap? One small step for you and a large leap for bird kind?
Imagine people just like collected birds like stray cats. Like, yeah, he kept on flying around here every day, so we might as well just bring him inside.
I think that would be illegal. 888-760-3776. That is taking birds hostage. That is not having pets. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. Get back to the life and the activities you love. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. If you, and then what, a Cardinal or a Raven, you cannot own an Eagle. I know that much.
Ever see a bald eagle in the wild?
No. Or maybe I just did and I didn't know what it looked like. 888-760-3776. That's the Baptist Health Hotline. NFL's right around the corner, C-Cat.
It really, really, really is.
What is going on? Like, what happened? We were just kicking it the other day, and the NFL is here. Now we're surrounded by hot takes, bold predictions, and good energy. Everybody's optimistic this time of the year. I heard a Colts fan say we might sneak into the playoffs. What the hell? Got Danny Dimes.
Drug test that man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But that's the time of year we're in. There's about 27 to 28 fan bases right now who believe everything goes right this year. We could be playing for a spot in the championship game.
We could make some noise.
Yeah, that's a good common phrase for football fans. I think we could make some noise this year.
Like, not actually good enough to confidently say it.
Yeah,
but I don't know. We're not the Saints or the Browns, so we can make some noise.
What is the list of teams that have absolutely no hope? I know it's Saints. I know it's Browns. This is our motion list here on the Teddy tiers with football. In the NFC, you'd be surprised to realize that there's actually very few. It's just the Saints, it feels like. Like a motionless team right now in the NFC. The Saints have absolutely no shot at competing. Other than that, everybody in the NFC East feels like they can compete. There's hype around Jackson Dart. You like Russell Wilson. You think that's a playoff team.
I know that's a playoff team.
Well,
I think
bold
about bird laws and laws about birds, but I know about the 2025 Giants season ahead of time.
And it's a playoff team.
Yes.
That's probably going to end up being one of your bold NFL predictions, huh? Or is it not even bold to you anymore?
Well, it was bold when I first said it, and now I truly am wholeheartedly believing in it. So it'll be bold for the audience.
All right. Also, you look at the NFC North. All four teams expect to make the playoffs. It would be a failure of a season if any team in the NFC North missed the playoffs. The NFC West, the Cardinals might be the only team that can look themselves in the mirror and say, okay, we're not quite there yet, but I think that there's an expectation. It's year 3 for their head coach, Jonathan Gannon. They got a quarterback that's making $50 million a year. They should be expecting to compete for it as well.
That's kind of what it comes down to when it talks about expectations. And if you think you have your quarterback figured out, you also think that you should be in the playoffs.
And in the NFC South, the Buccaneers, Falcons, and Panthers should all feel like we can win this division. That division is winnable by all three of those teams. If David Canales has his stuff together with Bryce Young, and if that offense takes the next leap, they invested in a wide receiver one, Tedoroa McMillan, top 10 pick. I'm not saying they will, but internally they feel like they should.
With Panthers and the Falcons, I don't think that they know that they have the quarterback figured out. I think that they can figure out the quarterback this year.
Okay. Well, we're going to see. We're going to get those bold NFL takes out of the way, but as we talk about being surrounded by football, CCAT, if people are watching us here on YouTube at ESPN West Palm or on Twitter, if you're watching the video stream here, theoretically speaking, you'll see I'm a little overdressed for this show. I have not, though I come from a background in sports television and local TV. This is the first time in over 300 episodes of Theoretically Speaking I've come in here fully suited and booted with a tie on as well.
How many suit jackets do you own?
Like probably 13 or 14.
Jeez.
6 or 7 full suits, sports coats. If you talk about about 13 or 14 suit jackets.
They're just collecting dust these days.
That's what I don't get a chance to actually wear suits anymore. If people remember, I used to work for a local station, 2 affiliates down here for about 3 years. I have 8 years in local television doing sports and news, and I used to put on a suit and tie literally every night. And I used to be up until 11:30 p.m. working literally every single night. And the biggest change I've had since going full-time digital, full-time radio here at ESPN 106.3 and leaving the TV stuff in my rear view is like these suits don't get any burn anymore.
Wow.
This is crazy. So today I just said, you know what? Might as well. Double-breasted with a tie. I'm pulling up like this. This is me today.
Nice.
But in actuality, I'm fresh off of what was the opening luncheon to the college football playoff national championship gear up. They are gearing up right now. If you have not heard, if you do not know, the CFB playoff national championship will be at Hard Rock Stadium in late January. January 19th, I believe, is the date. There's also going to be a quarterfinal, the Capital One Orange Bowl. That is going to be New Year's Day, a 12 o'clock kick. So if you're a Canes fan, if you're a Florida State fan, if you're a Gators fan, you could be looking at easy travel to catch your team maybe twice. We talked about it with Jonathan Zaslow. The Miami Hurricanes have an unprecedented and probably it would never be duplicated opportunity to actually play 3 home games in 1 year. If they are in the opening round and host, they're high enough seat to host, that would be a home game at Hard Rock Stadium. There's a quarterfinal game, which is the Capital One Orange Bowl, and then the national championship itself. If they make it all the way, they can have 3 home college football playoff games. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's unreal.
That's unreal. To gear up for this 12-team playoff national championship coming to South Florida, we had a luncheon. I was surrounded by the legends of the game, the legends of the past with the Orange Bowl and national championship winning folks. Folks like Bob Stoops, folks like Hall of Famer, college football Hall of Famer Dwight Stevenson, former Alabama center. He actually was the center and played on that O-line for Dan Marino and the Miami Dolphins for some time. Henry Crockett. I mean, literally, it was a day full of stars right over at the Palm Beach Convention Center. Great time. Mayor Maria Marino was in the house. George Lindley, Palm Beach County Sports Commissioner. Like, we had a great time gearing people up for what is about to be a long run of big-time events right here in South Florida, specifically around sports. But, C-Cat, before we can even get things going, I emceed this event, by the way. A bunch of interviews on stage and whatnot. Always awkward, but hopefully it landed well with the crowd as they were trying to chow down on their lunch. Before we can even get this big thing going, I kind of made a bit of a fool of myself with legendary Oklahoma Sooners former head coach Bob Stoops.
Oh, how'd you do that?
And Bob Stoops, if anybody has ever, watched Bob Stoops pressers or maybe enjoyed watching him from the sidelines from the late 90s to the early 2010s-ish before he left Oklahoma, before he left Norman. He's not a no-nonsense guy, but he's certainly not a very, he's not overly charismatic, overly communicative. Like, he's kind of like in his own skin, in his own shell a little bit there. So before this luncheon gets underway, C-Cat, I was escorted by Mike of the Orange Bowl committee, Capital One Orange Bowl, to the green room. And you know what the green room is?
Yeah.
Green room. It's
never been invited, but I know what it is.
Oddly enough, green room's hardly ever green. Not sure why the name, the green room, but the green room hardly ever green. That's where you go before an event. If you're one of the panelists or maybe a host or a guest, and you sit, you enjoy some waters, have a little small talk, right? Like, that's what I was expecting to happen here. I get to the green room, I'm posted up. Mike's like, all right, I'm about to go get Bob Stoops. So me, though I've had the opportunity through my career to interview and share with and converse with many a great legends in and around the sport, I actually had never met or talked with Bob Stoops before, and this was my first time interacting with him. I knew I had to interview him up on stage, so of course I was doing my research beforehand. I didn't know how he was going to be. So when Mike brings Bob Stoops in, and even as he's walking in, I'm literally going back over my notes of things I was going to be prepping to ask him on stage. One of my, I like to always have like a fail switch. If things go wrong, I'll bring this up just in conversation. One of them was the fact that half of my family, like my pops actually grew up in Oklahoma. He from Lawton, Oklahoma. We've talked about this because C-Cat, you yourself had a run in a Sooner state.
Familiar with everything you've mentioned so far.
Yes. Is that your way of saying you know where Lawton is?
Yes.
Familiar with where? Yeah, so my pops actually grew up in that area, and he's a huge Oklahoma Sooners fan. I had told my dad I would try and get a picture with Coach Stoops to send to him because then I knew I'd be, interviewing and talking with a guy that he rooted for a little over a decade that delivered a national championship to Oklahoma. So when Bob Stoops is escorted into the green room, it's just me sitting on this 3-seater black couch, waiting on my first chance to meet and chop it up with Stoops. He's escorted right in. He walks in. He sees me. He kind of like gives like a look of, I'm trying to figure out who I was. And then Mike introduces the two of us, and he takes a seat on the other end of this 3-seater couch. So it's me, space between us, Bob Stoops, legendary college football coach. And now Mike is on the other side of the room. And I'm like, dang, like, it would be weird and it felt unprofessional for me to just jump right out of the gates and be like, hey, man, my dad was a huge fan. Can I get a picture?
Right.
You know?
Gotta warm up a little bit.
Felt a little flat. It felt a little flat for me to go right forward. So instead, what I did was I was like, you know what? How about a little small talk college football? Huh?
Nice.
How about I fill this awkward silence air with just a little small, incredible week one we're having, huh, fellas? Like, just.
Surely you can hold your own with one of the greatest college football coaches of all time.
This is what I do. I'm sitting in that spot thinking, this is what I do. So I start the small talk college football. Man, crazy week one, man. Good stuff from Miami. I didn't want to be cliche and go right to the Sooners. I almost acted as if I didn't know the Sooners were having a season at first. You know, everybody does that with Bob Stoops. Oh, how the Sooners, Boomer Sooner. Nah, I didn't want to do that. Trying to keep it cool, keep it G, keep it player. So I'm talking, and what I start to realize is, have you ever been in one of those situations, C-Cat, where it's three of y'all in the room? One of the three people is obviously and clearly most important, and two of the people are trying to really talk to that person, but he's not really engaged? I'm having this college football roundtable, and I'm thinking I'm going to be chopping it up with Bob Stoops, and it's really me and Mike just throwing stuff back and forth at each other awkwardly as Stoops is just scrolling on his phone. I'm like, yeah, this isn't working. This plan is, it's about time to abort mission. I'm starting to kind of get the nervous sweats. I'm like, man, this guy probably thinking these two knuckleheads, they don't know anything about college football. They're talking about quarterbacks they like. The hell are they even talking about? So then finally I was like, you know what? I turned over to Stoops. I'm like, Bob, like you watching much college football these days? Wasn't talking, so I'm like I'm throwing him a lob here. Looks at me. Yeah, I watch a lot. Right back to his phone. At that point, C-Cat, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was real short. It wasn't meaning to be dismissive, but I think he was so locked in on what was going on his phone. At that point, Mike starts to, like, slowly kind of escort his way out of the room because I think he realizes that this is going nowhere. And then for the next 5 minutes, Cat, I kid you not, it's just me and Bob on that couch, separated by one empty spot, black leather couch. And I was like, I don't know. I literally don't know what to do. I pulled out my phone, hopped on the Bible app, started reading a little bit. Every now and then I would kind of look up because I would notice some movement. Nope, no engagement at all. I'm like, man, does he think I'm an idiot? He must think I'm a moron. I'm over here overthinking it, sitting there. And then finally, my guy, as people are coming in and taking pictures, my guy Jack Seiler, former mayor of Fort Lauderdale, and also somebody is on the host committee for the college football national championship. He comes in. He greets Bob. Bob's, oh, yeah, good. Everybody's having a little yuck it up. I'm thinking I'm not getting this picture with Bob at this point. That's over with. And Jack says, oh, Bob, have you got a chance to meet Theo? He's going to be emceeing it. He would have been great for you back in the day playing. He has a lot of energy. He would have been a great Oklahoma Sooner. And then Bob looks over at me and is like, huh, yeah. And then now I'm just like, I don't even know. Now I don't want to get engaged with him on this because I don't want him to think I was some kind of former actual. Like, I think he started thinking, like, did this dude actually play ball? Absolutely not. Then he started to kind of size me up and try to figure out, well, what is it about this guy? I didn't know what to tell him. So eventually at the end of all of this, I decided I wasn't going to do it. I decided I wasn't going to bring up the dad thing. I wasn't going to try to get the picture. But C-Cat, after we got done with the green room interactions, and after I felt like I kind of made a fool of myself to the legendary head football coach, Bob Stoops, as we're on stage and we're wrapping up the luncheon and I'm getting my last few questions in with him, I felt the hitch, didn't have nowhere to go with it, and then I awkwardly just dropped it on him. And he also just moved right past it.
Oh, you asked for a picture?
I didn't ask for the picture on the stage. No. Thankfully, I did get some professional pictures taken at one point with him, so it ended up working out. But I tried to drop the connective tissue thing there of like, oh, you know, my pops, you know, grew up in Lawton, and he used to root for them Sooners, man, and he loves you. And this was when we were actually on the stage at the luncheon, and still just no real response. And I started thinking, I'm like, he's Bob freaking Stoops. Everybody has stories about how they either were recruited by him or know players that play with him and stuff. I'm like, what is this dude to do? He left the game about a decade ago to get out of this world, and everywhere he goes, I'm like, man, I bet people are inundating him with all kind of questions and whatnot. He was great, though, on the stage. Henry Crockett was great. It was amazing to be able to sit up there, Dwight Stevenson, talk about the amazing things that are going to be coming to South Florida in January. But I must admit, it made me a nervous wreck that I couldn't seem to break through that shield, break through that wall with Bob Stoops, man.
What do you think? Did you leave everything out there? Was there some punches that you held that maybe if you deployed some last gasp efforts, if you really needed to connect with Hall of Famer Bob Stoops, that you just did not unleash?
You know, there's always more you could do. You always got to look internally and say there's always more. Can't put the blame on him. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is for his side to excuse him, if you are at an engagement and your assumption is I am here to engage the crowd and take the pictures and kiss the babies and all of that, he's doing that full time. This guy's a pro at that at this point. Like when you're in the green room, you don't want to sit here and talk ball with two people who are on a 101 level. It's
true. That's your time of solitude.
Yes. He just wanted a little time to us. So my guy just wanted a little peace, a little quiet. But at the end of it, it's not about taking that, if you're in that spot, it's not about taking that personally, because I think on the stage, actually, the conversations all rolled and went well. And Bob was great. He had some great things to talk about. I don't know if you remember this, C-Cat. It might have happened right before you were working in Oklahoma. He kind of left while things were still hot. Like he left and turned things over to Lincoln Riley in Norman when Baker Mayfield was still in the holster. When Kyler Murray was somebody that they had their eyes on getting out of the portal with Texas Tech. Like this dude left in the thick of it, and he left and did so because he's somebody that felt like he had done enough in the game and was ready to move on to the next stage, of life, spending more time with family, kicking it and vibing, comfortable in his own skin, not worried about the successes that he was striving for in the college football world. And him talking about that and others there speaking on how Paul Bear Bryant was and how other legendary coaches of the game were back then. Bobby Bowden, one of his former players, Henry Crockett, spoke. It reminded me that all of these dudes, they spent their whole life hustling and busting on that football field. Last thing they want to do is sit there and forcibly yuck it up with some folks trying to talk some college football on that level. I will later on in the show, maybe tomorrow, actually play our conversation with Brady Quinn talking about a wrap-up of week 1 of college football. But I will say this as well. To all of the good people that are excited about this college football season between Florida, who has a great electric quarterback, Florida State, Miami, you obviously have USF that has a shot. I'm not going to say they're going to do it. They have a shot to be that group of 5 team to make the 12-team playoff. Things are gearing up out here. The host committee, the South Florida host committee, is setting things in line right now to make this thing a wonderful conclusion to a college football season. And I, for one, definitely got the gas I needed to be excited about what we're going to be doing late January, crowning a champion here in South Florida. And maybe, just maybe, it'll be a team from the Sunshine State. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I think that every single year we go into the future now, we will see the ripple effect and the permeation of the rapid change in college football affect the Saturday product. And I think that we might get to 2045 and think, that was a very dramatic change. And I think the positives are outweighing the negatives in terms of intrigue and entertainment that college football does provide, with little tradition that is tweaked and sometimes outright neglected, with conference changing, with everyone being allowed in the playoff, essentially. I think we are doing more good than bad.
I do hope that we don't end up having extra team. I don't want this thing to continue to expand. 12, I already thought was too much. I hope it stays there, but I do know with the Big Ten and with the SEC, they're going to be clamoring for more. And I stand by what I said yesterday, C-Cat. 4-team bid or 4-bid league, the ACC.
Everyone else I'm listening to and watching to outside of Theo Dorsey is saying, you know what? Big weekend from the ACC. They might be able to prove to have a 2-bid conference this year.
We had a 2-bid conference last year. 3-bid would be proving something. 4-bid would be sticking it in the face of the SEC and the Big Ten.
A 4-bid,
you know what that would mean?
Yeah, a 4-bid ACC. There's not too many tables there's not too many chairs at the table anymore.
We're taking up all the chairs. How about it? Some good teams out of the ACC. Don't rule it out quite yet. Cody is in Jupiter. We got Evan Cohen coming up too, so we got to make this quick. But Cody is in Jupiter. He joins Theoretically Speaking right now, and Cody is usually one of our most active on the YouTube chat. Glad to hear you in person. Sean Kemp himself, dunking on people left and right. What's up, Cody?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Thanks for joining the show. What you got?
I just wanted to say real fast how much I dogged Ohio State and talked about Texas and about how Alabama's going to roll Florida State, and I was completely wrong, so dunk on me.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? The only person who has the right to dunk on you, though, Cody, is Lee Corso. because he's the only person in America that confidently called that right. So you're not alone.
Not only that, but he actually called every game right, and every team that he coached or played for won also. It was like the perfect send-off.
It was an amazing send-off, and I appreciate the call, Cody. He's one of the good people that we love hearing from here on the show. It was movie-esque. Like, people 30 years from now are gonna think that was like set up.
Right. Like Derek Jeter's walk-off hit for his last game at Yankee Stadium.
Come on.
Like, he just grooved a fastball there for a walk-off win. You're telling me that wasn't fabricated?
Like it's complete crap. In fact, if we do find out at some point, just like we found out there's a team in the NBA, the Los Angeles Clippers, who allegedly might have circumvented the salary cap to get Kawhi Leonard, we're going to address that at some point today. If we do find out that some of the sports we do love are fixed, I'm going to go point back to that Saturday, because it was absolutely insane for him to get all of those picks right, including Florida State, not just upsetting Alabama, but beating the crap out of them. It is walking off into the sunset. That's better than Tim Duncan. That's better than Peyton Manning. Lee Corso went out with a bang. So big shout to the coach himself. We're going to go to break. Evan Cohen on the other side. It is a Wednesday, one day before NFL kickoff. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
The annual Boca Raton Bowl ABC Supply Company Great Chefs Tailgate Showcase heats up on Wednesday, September 10th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Join me, Theo Dorsey, at Boca Raton Innovation Campus in Boca Raton as dozens of local chefs, breweries, and cocktail masters serve up their favorite tailgate classics. Tickets are on sale now. It includes all food samplings, beer, wine, cocktails, and soft drinks. Visit spiritofgivingnetwork.org/events to purchase your tickets today.
Touchdown! Race is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault. It's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
"Hey, Culligan man!"
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Okay, we have to talk about the new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. Monday Night Football, college football, NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college football, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, and the list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take with Stephen A., College Game Day, and the entire 30 for 30 library. It's all of ESPN, all in one place. Sign up now.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Man, I woke up this morning seeing that P.J. Washington of the Dallas Mavericks was trending on Twitter for one thing, not such a good thing. And then I see this tweet 3 hours ago, a very good thing. Dallas Mavericks forward P.J. Washington has agreed to a 4-year, $90 million contract extension with the franchise per Shams Charania of ESPN. So, all is well that ends well. Congratulations on the big bag, P.J. Washington, and congratulations on staying down with those Dallas Mavericks. But you know what? It is my favorite time of the year right now. Not NBA offseason extension time. That's random timing for that, but it's football season. And if you're a fan of football, you need to be playing Prize Picks like me. And it's simple to play, right? All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 different player stat projections. Like this is an easy one right here, right? Like, ask yourself this. Will Saquon Barkley have more or less than 1 rushing touchdown, right? Will Joe Burrow throw for more or less than 2.5 passing touchdowns? If your picks are right, you can cash in. Prize Picks also puts their users first with withdrawals that are fast, safe, and secure. They offer Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and much more. Quick and easy deposits, and you'll be able to get your hands on your money all football season long. When you make decisions every day that are right, you can get paid off of them on Prize Picks, so it pays to be right. Download the app today and use code THEOD. That's my name, code THEOD, and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code THEOD. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. It's also good to be joined by the very man who this studio I sit in is named after. You know him from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m., his appearances on First Take as well. And you also might remember he had a radio show down here for about 20 years. Evan Cohen is in the house on a Wednesday, and it's good to talk with you, and it's good to be right on the precipice of the NFL kicking off, man.
I still do have a radio show in West Palm. I think I should be looked at. Well, what's the difference? I'm on more now. I'm on more now than I was then. I never had, in all of my years, 20 plus years doing a show on ESPN West Palm, I don't believe I ever had a 5-day-a-week, 4-hour show. I had a 1-hour show, a 2-hour show, and a 3-hour show. So the reality is I'm on ESPN West Palm now more than per week than I was when I was on just ESPN West Palm for 20 years.
The difference is that one had your name on the show. Now you're unsportsmanlike. The Evan Cohen show is something that people resonated with, and they get it now 6 to 10 a.m. alongside Michelle Smallman and Chris Canty, who, by the way, congratulations on Unsportsmanlike's announcement. Canty, welcome in the new kid. Y'all celebrating as a team. I like that.
Yeah, I don't really know that Smalls and I had much to do with that. But yes, he and his wife are having a baby coming up at the end of the year, into the new year. So obviously amazing for them, and we congratulate them.
Yeah, because y'all share his Super Bowl championship, and y'all share a I just like the fact that the show can be communal like that. CCAT and myself, we had a competition that you know about, Punchline Picks, last year. We lost said competition. As you know, Tina Costanza is a member of our show, but Tina Costanza did not participate in our loss and in our punishment on the stand-up stage. We as a show feel separated, whereas I like that y'all are more unified at USL. So we aspire.
Yeah, I got to tell you, knowing some of the stuff that's come out of CCAT's mouth, you may want to separate yourself a little bit more.
Now here's the thing. Thankfully, you didn't hear the actual stand-up set because it was great. It was great, but my guy did not hold back. He did a great job. It was funny. Evan Cohen joining us here on a Wednesday. Why you always gotta bring up old stuff, man? Let's talk about something new. Let's talk about the NFL season kicking off tomorrow. Who are you most excited to see in week 1? Who have you been like just fawning over? Like, man, I can't wait to see this team in action as they look new.
Well, I mean, I'm a Patriots fan, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them, and I'm looking forward to see Mike Vrabel coach this team, specifically, and maybe whether or not he actually jumps into piles on during game day like he does in practice, where he's all bloodied. So I'm definitely interested in that. I've become a huge Jalen Hurts guy because I don't understand how in the world he gets appreciated after going to and winning a Super Bowl so early in his career and going to 2 Super Bowls early in his career. And honestly, this may be kind of a chalky answer. The other team that I'm excited to see, because I haven't seen this version of them with the chip on the shoulder, is your team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Because it's such a weird thing, Theo. To me, the way I look at it, we are not giving enough love to Kansas City and Philly, the 2 teams in the Super Bowl last year, because it's almost like everyone's trying to find a different reason for someone else to be in there. And I'm not suggesting in this statement that there's not a chance at a rematch. What I'm saying is there's a lot of people that want to make cute Super Bowl picks. Hey, I have to be different, so let me pick something that's different, right? Cool. If you believe it, go for it. Like, you can also then say the Kansas City Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl 3 straight years. They've won 2 of them, and we've never seen them get blown out in their final game like this. And maybe, possibly, they could just be a team that's ready to destroy people this year, and that becomes interesting. I mean, I'm just saying.
I agree with you. I think that it's a fatigue. I think a lot of it is also hope casting. Like, people are now predicting what they want to happen because they know no matter what they predict, it's hard to be right about what's going to happen over 18 weeks in the playoffs. So I think people pick against the Chiefs and the Eagles because like you said, it's cute. It's different, and it might be what they want versus what they actually think is going to happen. Andy Reid still has the main headset. Patrick Mahomes is still the best player in the sport. And like you said, it does seem like they have a chip on their shoulder. Last year, I remember them, coming into camp, it was Mahomes talking about, I didn't like the way that we won the Super Bowl. This year, he's coming into camp, and he's like, I don't like the way that we lost the Super Bowl. And that's a whole different level of chip on your shoulder. I think they're going to be explosive enough.
Wait a second. Theo. Is CCAT doing the graphics today on YouTube?
He is. Yeah. No, CCAT, or is he? I don't.
Yes, it's me. Okay. What's up?
Evan, meaning me, that you're putting the big headline. The most disrespected teams in the NFL are the Eagles and the Chiefs. But you changed that before to somehow. So, CCAT, jump in here for a second, if you may. You need to take over the interview. So you believe that is like a ridiculous statement I'm making to say that the Eagles and the Chiefs aren't getting the love that I think that they should
Absolutely
get?
Not. You're misreading the way that I'm using the word somehow. It's that how can you disrespect the teams that were in the Super Bowl last
year? Okay. No, I mean, because like even this week where CC
pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. CCAT predicted this would happen. If you heard that at home, ladies and gentlemen, that is Evan Cohen's.
It wasn't my email. It was my team's.
But it counts. Can you mute your computer? Do you need to? What is CCAT? Is it us or is it him?
I literally made a point before I came on to make sure all my emails are closed. I forgot to just close down the teams.
Okay, well, so get your teams muted and then go back to speaking about the two teams that you say are the most disrespected, the Eagles and the Chiefs, which I have to agree with you. I hear some people saying the Chiefs might miss the playoffs. Like they were just 15-2.
So earlier this week, Canty gave out on our show power rankings, and he had the Chiefs 4. And I said, so do you believe the Chiefs are the current version of the Belichick-Brady Patriots? And he said, yeah, I do. And I said, well, no, you don't. He said, what do you mean? And I said, well, you never would enter a season during that 20-year run having them anything lower than 2 because they either won the Super Bowl or lost the Super Bowl most of the time, right? Like, or they were in the title game, and then the next year they're like, okay, well, that wasn't sufficient for us, so let's go out there and alter a couple of things, which is exactly what the Chiefs are. So why are they not by default? 1 is where I would have them, but worst case scenario 2, based on the fact, well, the Eagles beat them, so you put them like I can't. If we're gonna do power rankings and things we're looking forward to in the NFL this season, I can't put your squad lower than 2. I put them still at 1, but I can't put them lower than 2.
I would happen to agree with you, but I've come to a place where I understand why it's happening, and because it technically is boring. Your graph, when you tweet out that graphic of your power rankings and you have the Chiefs 5th, you'll get more engagement because you know that people are going to ridicule the pick. Also, if you tweet it out and you have the Chiefs up top, you might not get any kind of person noticing it or caring about it because it's kind of like status quo. It's been 7 years of dominance from Mahomes and Andy Reid. I expect them to be there at the end, but I do think that there's one team in the AFC that scares me, and it's the same team that scared me last year, and it's those Baltimore Ravens, because I think while the Chiefs might be the best team in the NFL, that's the most complete team, the one with the least amount of holes in it. And it feels like they were a Mark Andrews drop away from likely being able to beat up on the Chiefs in the AFC Championship last year.
But I got to go back to something you just said. You said, well, if you pick the Chiefs, you're not going to get as much engagement and hype. And if you pick another team, you will. So basically, you're suggesting, okay, people should pick things for show.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
I know. And I think that's ridiculous. And I know a lot of people that do that, right? But that's suggesting that maybe you don't believe in them. Or maybe you don't believe in your own pick. So what we did for years when I did the show only on ESPN West Palm was very simply this. Here's my non-Patriots pick. So meaning what I would say is, here's my like I'll do it with you, but here's so your non-Chiefs pick would be Baltimore. I'm totally fine with that. So I get uncomfortable when you're trying, not you personally, but when you're trying to be cute with a Super Bowl pick and you don't acknowledge the obvious of no one in their right mind can pick against the Chiefs. You may be wrong in picking the Chiefs, but no one can pick against the Chiefs. So my non-Chiefs pick would be Baltimore or Buffalo, or if you're somebody that believes in Denver this year, who has a high ceiling, I think, with this team here. Or if you're somebody that believes in Joe Burrow and the
nobody believes in that happening.
Right, but you get what I'm saying. Give me the preface of my non-Chiefs pick. Give me, all right, here's my non-Eagles pick if you believe that. The Eagles, I'm fine. If you don't want to pick the Eagles, fine. If you're going to sit there and say I'm not picking the Chiefs because I got to do something different, then you're not giving me a real pick. Then I don't respect you.
One more thing on the Eagles, by the way, and I do want to get to college football because I was at Hard Rock Stadium, and I can't wait to just gloat with you about what happened, what went down there with the Canes. I saw the MVP odds, and you talked a little bit about Hurts being a little or disrespected, underappreciated. Plus 1750 for Jalen Hurts, who is likely going to be the quarterback for the 1 seed of the NFC to win the MVP this year. That is incredibly insane value, and I'm not sure if that's more of a display of people doing exactly what you said and giving credit elsewhere, whereas Jalen Hurts should deserve. And there goes your email again. Or
I don't understand. I close out teams.
This is just. I mean, you would think that after 20 plus years in the market, you would know how to restrict email and alerts and notifications from interrupting takes.
I think I quit. I just quit.
Turn off the entire.
I may not be on it anymore.
But no,
is not good.
But don't you see a route in which Jalen Hurts actually could have an uptick in passing this year, a bunch of push touchdowns, because you know how Sirianni likes to do it, pushing it in people's faces now that they tried to ban the play, and he could be the MVP this year.
Deal. Listen to our show tomorrow. I think you'll like my MVP.
Okay. I like it.
Already written down in the
I
notes.
like it. Now, CCAT, do you believe him or do you think he's taking it from you right now?
I don't think he's taking it from you, but I also saw
I would never lie to you.
31.
I'll send you a picture of my notes for today, and I saved it because of the fact that they said to me, hey, don't do the MVP because we're doing it tomorrow.
All right.
Will this affect your, I don't know, prediction for MVP, whether it a actual bet slip prediction or an actual prediction? Because the Athletics, Jeff Howe posted a poll from 31 NFL coaches and executives on which quarterback they would take to start a franchise, and not one selected Jalen Hurts. The leading candidate was Josh Allen with 22 of the 31 votes.
Wow. I don't understand that.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Set that up again.
Yeah. The Athletics, Jeff Howe, polled 31 NFL coaches and executives on which quarterback they would take to start a franchise.
22 picked Josh Allen.
And you're saying, was that like, hey, you can't take Mahomes, so who would you
Mahomes was second, and then it's Burrow, then it's Jaden Daniels, and Cam Ward got a vote before Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Because Jalen Hurts got 0 votes and Cam Ward got 1 vote.
I don't think, but not, Evan, can you at least agree with me on this? Not all NFL decision makers are smart at the NFL decision making. Like, some make mistakes oftentimes.
So here's how you answer that. You answer that question the way they answered it, not voting for Jalen Hurts, because you know why? Here's a knock on people like Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy, but let's make it about Jalen Hurts. The knock is, well, can they do it when they have no one else around them? So what you're telling me is, if you're not voting for Jalen Hurts, you're telling me I'm going to suck so bad that I'm going to put 50-plus guys around the quarterback that are going to be terrible, and he can't carry my mistakes. So I'm going to tell you that when I have him, Jalen Hurts, who wants to win more than anyone outside of your guy Mahomes, and has that fight and that demeanor of a true winner, that I'm going to do so many good things to put so many high character guys around him that are such high performers that he is going to lead them to where he leads the Philadelphia Eagles. It is utterly ridiculous. This is the point. CCAT, this is the point as to why you put it on the screen. This is why we're saying there is disrespect and underrating of the Chiefs and the Eagles and all things around it.
Yeah. I'm not, to me, it's like, I've come to a point as well where it's like, all right, the preseason polls are one thing, and the little, anonymous executive surveys and all of that, that's one thing as well. Every time I look up, though, the Eagles and the Chiefs favored by Vegas to win football games. Every time I look up, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are playing in either the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl to end their season. And guys like Josh Allen, who are getting the votes, guys like Joe Burrow, who has only done so once, and who else was on there? I guess Jaden Daniels, who, I get it, he had an electric rookie season, best of all time.
Then Lamar at 5, and then goes Herbert, May, Stroud, Mayfield, Lawrence, Bo Nix, Cam Ward.
Baker Mayfield? I mean, I'm not disrespecting him, but him getting a vote and Jalen Hurts not getting one, I'm wondering if that was like, did they ask Todd Bowles? Like, what are we doing? We got to start putting names behind these surveys.
Let him do it again. Let him do it again. Let him follow up a Super Bowl with an MVP. Let him follow up a Super Bowl with a big playoff run. Like, I don't know what more you want from this guy.
I don't know what more you want from Jalen Hurts. I don't know what more you would want from Lamar. I don't know what more you want from Patrick Mahomes.
This is why we have to end. Not because I'm a Pats guy, and I don't compare anybody to Brady and Belichick, but this is why for the masses we have to end the comparison, Theo, between the Chiefs and the Pats, because there were default rightful answers of who would you build the team around? Brady. Who's your best coach? Belichick. Who's the favorite to win it all? Patriots. Like, they always had the target on their back. They always were the hunted, to go cliche. How exactly have the Chiefs become the hunter based on all of this?
I guess, I mean, they can't get over the hump in the AFC, apparently. The other AFC quarterbacks are the ones that the GMs and execs want more. Just let the results play out. Evan, I'm curious, though, what was your take on week 1 of college football? CCAT, myself, and Colin Russo were in the press box there at Hard Rock Stadium watching a classic Hurricane win over Notre Dame, 27-24, game-winning field goal, amazing last drive by the defense. Like, that was a complete team victory, and they look like a real contender now. What do you think out of the Florida teams? What do you think stuck out the most to you from week one?
Okay, a few things. Number one, in terms of Miami, Carson Beck, got to give him credit. I've not been a Carson Beck guy. He looked great against Notre Dame, looked way better for Miami than he did at any point in my mind for Georgia. So far, through one game, I'm wrong on that. I would say that you can make an argument that the three most explosive players in college football, non-quarterback, all play the same position and all are not draft eligible.
Jeremiah Smith, Malachi Tony, and Ryan Williams? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done by you. That was a great job.
Malachi Tony, by the way, still 17 years old, should be playing high school football here in South Florida right now.
He's insane. I watched that. I'm like, is this real? He looks like Tyreek Hill. I mean, that's what he looks like.
Sporting number 10 as well.
As long as he plays like him and doesn't act like him. Okay, and then
that's the good thing about Malachi Tony. Everything out of Coral Gables and, of course, out of American Heritage Plantation where he played ball at, like one of the highest character dudes, hardest workers. He's going to be a legitimate star. I just didn't know he was going to be a star out the gates. That was
unbelievable. So that's the Miami stuff. Obviously, Bain Jr. was great. Jason Taylor going crazy in the sidelines. Love all that. All right, that's the Miami stuff. The Florida I'm from New York. I live in New York. I didn't realize LIU had a football team, so that's bad job by me. I've been high on DJ Lagway. I want to see what he continues to do, so let's keep an eye on that. I'm not going to go too crazy about the Florida LIU game. And Florida State, give them all the credit in the world. I mean, they talk the talk and walk the walk. I think for me, the Florida State thing is, if I'm doing a show where you are, I'm focusing on Florida State, no question. If I'm doing a show where I am now, I am going to scream and yell at how ridiculous it is that people want to fire Kalen DeBoer after one game. It's a year two. It's crazy to me. The resume he had coming in was insane. He was in the national championship with Washington, and they got him like a week later. But the fact that Miami, Florida, and Florida State are all ranked, are all doing well right now, that to me is taking over ESPN West Palm over the next few months. If all three of them, I mean, if you think about it logically, if you're focusing on South Florida sports, and the teams that people in 561 and 772 care about, if those three are in the top 15, all of them, with the Dolphins stinking it up like I assume they would, the Jets being kind of the Giants being kind of the Steelers, who knows? We'll see what happens there. The Eagles are great. We know. I think Miami, Florida, and Florida State are – you have an opportunity to have something that I don't ever remember having, which is all three of them great at the same time.
It is amazing. First time they've all been ranked in the top 15 since 2006, actually. But all three of them look like they can legit be 12-team playoff teams, and that would be electric because we know there's two games in South Florida in the 12-team playoff this year.
If you get all three in the playoff, your fall is made. Is everybody aligned with this? You're Miami.
Yeah, I'm Miami.
Right? Is everyone?
There's nobody else on air.
Who else on the air is aligned with the team?
Seacats, Penn State. Colin Russo is.
No. I don't care. You have to if you're on there.
Give me Florida.
Are you Miami, Florida, or Florida?
I was impressed by the Miami fans at Hard Rock Stadium over the weekend, but when I moved down here, I picked one of the big three, and I went with Florida.
Oh. You have to. You have to pick one of the big three.
I don't know what Russo and Rizzo.
I was Miami because I did the show. I did the post game shows, and I was kind of attached to it a little bit more. I was obsessed with the Tim Tebow teams and following them day by day. You know, how could you not? It was the biggest thing. I was never really a Florida State guy for whatever reason. Maybe it was an anti-Stephanie Prince thing, a market manager for ESPN West Palm, probably against her. But yeah, for me, I was always Miami. Now, where are the other two who don't want to be promoted?
They're only anti-Florida State, those two. They don't pick a team. They go anti a team.
That's their main thing. Bigger brand in college football, Miami or Florida State? All time, just bigger brand.
Miami.
Thank you. Thank you for settling that. CCAT was arguing me to a core, and I was trying to explain to him, like, absolutely not. The fact that Miami's been irrelevant for 20 years when it comes to, like, big-time wins but still matter this much, Miami's the bigger brand.
Florida State's a
Yeah.
huge brand. Don't get me wrong. In Miami, when I went to the Orange Bowl for the first time, I couldn't believe how much of a dump it was, and I couldn't believe the lack of investments around the program. Like it's stunning. Florida State has more money coming in, or had more money coming in, and it probably has a bigger feel. But you asked the question of bigger brands for college football. Go to the ESPN app and go search 30 for 30s, and you'll find a couple on the U, right? That's not to say Dion doesn't have, right? Bowden is more than deserving. Peter Warwick, rightfully so. People are going crazy, was on the sidelines the other night. They have tons of history. You're talking about you're debating between A plus A or AA minus. You're not debating between C and D, right? But Miami, bigger brand.
Thanks for settling.
For me.
Yeah, this guy knows ball. Evan, appreciate you pulling up, man. We'll tap back in with you next week, and hopefully you figure out that email notification thing so we can hear the takes without the buzzes and the beeps.
I may add more emails and open them up.
Schedule incoming emails for right there when you're appearing. Appreciate your time, Evan. That is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, 6 to 10 a.m. Weekdays here on ESPN 106.3 with Michelle Smallman and the Super Bowl champion and dad-to-be, Chris Canty. Always love when you can kick it.
He's like dad-to-be again. He's got kids. Right? Am I crazy?
I don't.
Or you just don't know.
I think this is first. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know 100%, but now you got me second guessing.
That's very confidence. I feel like
it's
we've heard.
First. It's his first. I'll say it definitively. It's his first.
I think you're wrong. I honestly think you're
wrong.
Well,
I'll text him.
Okay.
Before I do, I want to tell you about. I mean, it is going to be actually super. I might get overheated and start sweating if he texts me back and like, dude, I have 5. Like I've told you about it before too. And to help with that, I would lean on my good people at EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Now, I don't want you to feel like you're getting blitzed by an AC breakdown, especially during the hotter months. We're still in the midst of that, and that's why EDS wants to take care of you preemptively. EDS is now offering 0% interest for 60 months to qualified customers. That means you don't have to settle for a cut rate job that's going to cost you more in the long run. You need to have the real value and trust everyday savings with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDSisyes.com. South Florida Heat, it might have your AC running overtime. So going cheap with your AC or going cheap with your plumbing is an absolute issue. Palm Beach County trusts EDS to play it smart. 0% financing. Again, 0% financing for 60 months to qualified customers. It's quality work that lasts, and it's everyday savings that win in the long run. EDS is yes. EDSisyes.com. Make sure you tap in with the good people. Become a Gold Plan member like myself, and you can have preventative care and repair at a discount. EDSisyes.com. Tap in with the good people. On the other side, more theoretically speaking in the happy hour. Tina joins the show as well.
And Chris Canty's got 2 kids already.
Chris Canty is adding a third. He's still a dad to be at that point. It's just this.
No, he be a dad. He's not to be.
He's a dad to be to another
future 3-time father.
So if Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are on their way to a Super Bowl championship this year, would you say he's a Super Bowl champion to be?
No, he's already a Super Bowl champion. I mean, come on,
you know
this.
New one. This is a fresh one. No, he's a champion to be.
You're digging your heels in, but you're digging your grave.
How about this? If he was going en route to an MVP, and it was like 2 or 3 weeks before the MVP ceremony, people would say he's an MVP to be.
No,
he's a presumptive MVP.
Presumptive 2025 MVP.
Yeah, but they wouldn't say all of that. Did I say specifically a dad for the first time, or I said dad to be?
We'll see.
Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur. And most certainly, never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Good people. It's Theo Dorsey. Head to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium for Dollar Night on Saturday, September 6th at 6 p.m. with the final post-game fireworks show of the year. Enjoy all the discount deals, merchandise, food, drinks, tickets, and more as we end the 2025 season with a bang for your buck. So stop by the ticket office or go to RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com to purchase your tickets for Dollar Night, Saturday, September 6th. See you at America's busiest ballpark.
Wing Wednesday. Brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists on salary here to help you find the perfect ride. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you. Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault, it's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
Hey, Culligan Man! Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. We are back at it again here in the happy hour on a September 3rd, the Wednesday on the eve of the NFL season. Oh, that feels good to say. Fresh off of the 2026 South Florida Host Committee's luncheon, gearing up for the national championship game that'll be in South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium late January. It is really football season in and around this area. People are gassed up. College football's at an all-time high. The NFL's around the corner, so this is the last day before Dolphins' hopes literally go right down the drains. And C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Tina's here for the happy hour, and we're going to get right into that cocktail of the day. First off, Tina, glad to have you here. I just learned that we got a Saturday night endeavor coming up. That's going to be big.
I know. We're hanging out on Saturday night.
No wig party this time, though.
No, I will not be wearing a wig to this.
You got to leave the wig at home.
I have the wig in my car. I asked you guys yesterday if anyone wanted to wear it.
You did not ask us that.
Yes, I did. It's in our group text, and no one responded.
I didn't see that text.
It's okay. It's still in my
did you
car.
see the text?
I did see the text.
You didn't want to wear it, though.
I did not respond.
No.
Why didn't you respond? You don't respond to text as much, man.
Busy weekend for me. You know, I had things going on, a life to live.
It was yesterday morning.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is he talking about?
See,
that's how often he ignores texts, is that he's making excuses that don't even apply.
But then he's blowing up our phone last night because he's being bombarded by ducks.
Yeah, take his head back.
Yeah, I got nothing for you. I don't know.
There was like 30 ducks out on my morning walk this morning. Like 30 some odd ducks. And I'm wondering, is this like a sign of things to be? Like, it's not a good sign when animals are doing weird things.
Is it legal to just catch ducks and like eat them?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but
it's fair game.
Duck is like, sir. Oh, no, wait. Okay, good.
I think. I mean, just try it first and see it. Like, nobody's going to arrest you, dude. Now, I'm sure there's a wildlife preservation person listening to me right now that's like going to get really mad with me saying that. But like, if you want some duck soup, some duck confit.
Well, no, like my favorite food is Peking duck.
Yeah, let me see.
Maybe instead of spending $100 for the dinner for two that I normally do for Peking duck, I just make it at home.
Is it illegal to capture wild ducks?
And is all duck created equal? Or are there different types of kind of duck? Like you have the snow crabs and you've got the stone crabs and the Alaskan king crabs, where they're not created equal. Is the Florida duck tasty?
Okay, it says mallards are protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty.
Damn it.
But those aren't mallards. Are mallards all ducks?
I don't know. I don't want to take the chance.
Okay. Is it illegal to keep a wild duckling? It is illegal to keep a wild animal without a permit. What is a permit? You gotta get a permit?
Who do I gotta call?
Like, because there's like 35 of them. Like, if there's 34 tomorrow, like, who's noticing? Not to say you should do this. I am not encouraging anybody to take ducks because it could be illegal, and I think I would get in trouble with the FCC if I did so. But I am saying who would notice? I mean, Pablo Torre Finds Out is not going to be searching up who's taking ducks out of neighborhoods the way in which he searched up how it seems, again, allegedly Steve Ballmer and the Los Angeles Clippers circumvented the salary cap in the form of $28 million to Kawhi Leonard. Interesting episode right now out on Pablo Torre Finds Out, who, by the way, have featured us.
Yeah.
From Theoretically Speaking, so that's a lot of love.
Use promo code TheoD when you click YouTube and watch Pablo Torre's podcast. You'll get a little kickback, right, Theo?
Get a little something. Get a little something, man.
Is there duck in the cocktail of the day?
There's not.
Duck confit?
I did not look up any duck cocktails. This is called the Lunchbox. This is, I guess, a very popular drink for 23-year-olds who just got out of college, because that is the teammate who said, when I asked for, what should my cocktail today? He goes, do a Lunchbox. He's like, they're so good. He used to get them in big, I forget what they're called, but bigger glasses.
Big glass of a Lunchbox.
Yes, of a Lunchbox.
Like a rap lyric.
Sounds terrible. It sounds like it's a terrible. Is it peanut butter in there?
No, there's not. It's only 3 things.
Applesauce?
Nope. Orange juice, a light beer, an amaretto, and then an orange slice to garnish.
No.
It was in a bucket. That's what you said, like the buckets that you could get at a restaurant.
That's a terrible.
Lunchbox.
That's a terrible cocktail of the day. Why? I
It's
don't
easy.
want.
For a college kid,
Yeah,
orange juice, a light beer.
Just drink the beer.
Amaretto's kind of odd, but
Just drink the beer.
yeah.
I don't want orange juice in my beer.
All right, we got an expert chiming in. It's legal to kill and eat Muscovy ducks in Florida.
Muscovy ducks. Now let's see what a Muscovy duck is.
That's the ones that look ugly.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want those either.
Apparently, it's very lean, very high protein, well, tasty.
What about those cranes?
The sandhill cranes?
Yes.
They destroy like golf courses.
Hey, you know what their nickname is? I found this out the other day because I got some sandhill cranes in my neighborhood. Their nickname is the ribeye of the sky.
Whoa.
Yes.
They must be protected then, because if they taste that good and that destructive with their beaks, people would treat them like they are iguanas.
All right, let me see. Is it legal to? Because there's like 6 of them that walk around my neighborhood right in arm's reach all the time from me. And if they're the ribeye of the sky, I would love to have that on my plate.
Describe anything as the ribeye of, and I'm front seat because that's my favorite cut of beef.
The best cut. It's the best cut. But the cocktail of the day, we'll get back to this ribeye of the sky thing because I need to figure out if it's legal because I can be having tasty ribeye of the sky all week.
You got the Blackstone too, right? Like you can really chef it up at Casa del Theo.
What does she look like?
The image in my head of you guys just
Theo.
touching ducks and
You know how masculine and cool Theo would look after initially being afraid of the bird to just hacking off
in
the top half and then grilling the bottom half?
It'll be easy. It'll be easy.
You'd earn back all of the respect that you lost from your wife.
You're right. You're right. And I've lost a quite amount of it, and she does not expect to get it back.
Wow. I married Rambo.
Yeah. She's like, well, this guy's a hunter and gatherer.
Damn, your man doesn't cut, kill, and hunt for you? Mine does.
Exactly. And it's going to taste delicious. Now, I don't know how to prepare meats. Like, once I did capture the sandhill crane.
We got YouTube.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can figure it out.
You pluck the feathers off, then you skin it, and you hang it in your backyard for your neighbors
In
to
the
see,
bungalow.
to drain it. I think they do it with the people in the woods.
Yeah, it's a very gruesome process if it's your first time, I'm sure.
Get your hands dirty. Some blood under your fingernails.
I'm down. I'm down to do it.
But if you want food that you don't have to kill, prepare,
Yeah.
a good place to go has got to be right up the road and everywhere in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast.
Yeah, Duffy Sports Grill will not force you to, go out and actually prepare the food yourself, nor will it force you to wrangle anything up. Instead, they bring it right to your table, right? Lovely waiters and waitresses like Tina used to be at a Duffy Sports Grill. They bring it right to you. I want y'all to know something, man. As football season is kicking off, so is the action at Duffy's Sports Grill. It's the ultimate tailgate party. How about this Sunday, September 7th? You can enjoy new football features, 2-for-1 drinks, games, and more. It's a full roster full of new football features like the barbecue pulled pork nachos, hand-cut tortilla chips, slow-cooked pork shoulder, Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, barbecue rub, creamy queso blanco, crispy onions, and jalapenos. That sounds absolutely amazing. How about the Duffy's Double Smash Burger? 2 certified Angus beef patties smashed with caramelized onions and topped with melty aged sharp cheddar, dill pickles, chips, lettuce, tomato. I mean, come on, man. These are some well-crafted together delicacies for football season. That and more at your favorite Duffy Sports Grill. And, of course, you got the award-winning wings tossed in 17 different flavors to choose from. 2-for-1 drinks every day, 80 or more televisions at every location. Duffy Sports Grill, Duffy'sMVP.com. YouTube chat has been going a little crazy there at ESPN West Palm. By the way, if you want to tap in and stream us, you can see I'm wearing a double-breasted suit and tie today because I'm fresh off of emceeing that luncheon. And I'm also enjoying the conversation about how to prepare wild duck.
Yeah, so the sandhill crane
really
is protected. So if that's the ribeye of the sky, we unfortunately have to go without it. Maybe a skirt steak of the sky, is there something like that we can maybe just compromise to?
How are you going to call them a ribeye of the sky and then protect them?
Maybe just the crane in general. We could find maybe a crane that's a little bit overpopulated that's causing people trouble.
Oh, it says, yes, sandhill cranes are protected in Florida by state and federal law. Okay, guys, do not hunt.
Do not.
You've got the feds knocking on your door saying,
Yeah.
Theo, we heard the radio segment you did yesterday.
No, me. I would never.
Here's CCAT's address. I just picked him up to go to the Miami
Yeah.
game the other day.
There's only,
in fact, I'll walk you guys there.
There's actually only ever been 3 sandhill cranes in my neighborhood, not 4. I don't know who the hell was saying that.
Who's keeping tabs on them? They're tagging them like sharks.
I was about to say, if they're tagging them, imagine you're over here enjoying some nice ribeye of the sky, and unbeknownst to you, on that leg of that bird that you just chopped up, beep. Yeah, you're like,
oh no. Sounds like an Apple tag, like a Find My iPhone.
Yeah, that would absolutely suck. Do not find out why they call them ribeye of the sky. At least not that way. Go do it properly. I guess you need a permit for that too. You need a permit for everything these days.
You don't
have any fun.
Put all that energy and all that appetite into hunting iguanas.
Really?
Tina, you're as Floridian to the bone as it gets. Do you know any iguana hunters in your life?
I do not know any iguana hunters. I told you guys last week, I was texting CCAT. I actually know someone who catches alligators.
Well, he wasn't reading it then.
I mean, then that person must be in the circles.
When I texted CCAT, I was like, oh, hey, my dad has an airboat. Like, oh, I know someone that catches alligators. Then he responded to my text messages.
But you don't know anyone that hunts and kills iguanas?
No, I would assume.
Is that legal?
It's as invasive as it gets.
I'm just saying, is it legal though?
Yeah, you probably need, like everything, so a permit and permission of the property owner of which you're hunting and killing those iguanas. But they are a problem. They are invasive, and they're disrupting the ecosystem.
Just wait till it gets cold outside. They just fall out of trees.
Yeah, the west coast of Florida is just starting to get them.
I don't like that. I've heard about that. They fall out of trees. Why? I don't get it. They get cold.
Yeah.
They freeze, and then
in order to stay alive,
and
they need to shut down.
Yeah.
They shut down in the trees.
That just happens to be where they are. They might shut down on the side of the road, but they don't fall from anywhere.
Do they survive when they fall?
Yeah, they're hard outer shell. It's not too hard of a fall.
You don't like shatter like glass? Like
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Do they wake up when they fall?
No.
I don't know.
No, people, what happens is sometimes exterminators will find these dead iguanas that are just kind of looking ugly on the side of the road, maybe in someone's front yard, and they'll bring them into their vehicle.
And do well with them.
And it'd be warmer in someone's car than it is outside in the winter in Florida. And they'll come alive inside these exterminators' vehicles, or maybe just a good Samaritan that's trying to clean up their neighborhood. And then all of a sudden you hear it scurrying around your back seat. That is a thing that happens, yes.
I would not know.
You can't believe you've never heard of this?
Horrified. No, I haven't heard of this. Iguanas dying and coming back. There's a resurrection of iguanas around here?
Yes. They come back from the perceived dead, but they're just taking a long nap to stay alive.
They like hibernate like bears.
It's like Romeo and Juliet, right? Didn't in that
she got
in
back
Shakespeare,
alive.
yeah, they took the poison, whatever that puts you to sleep for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what happens to iguanas. The cold is the poison.
Romeo like got back up.
It's like, damn, you died?
And then he offed himself or something like that. He just got out of there.
Yeah,
very sad story.
Time of the day where if you took the late bus home and you're going home from middle school or high school, you probably know more about this than us. And you could probably call in and tell us and educate us about either iguanas or Romeo and Juliet.
I don't think high schoolers know about iguanas.
I think high schoolers know about iguanas. Come on now.
No.
Yeah, but the west coast of Florida, as things work, like we're not separated by an ocean, so iguanas are slowly but surely working their way across the Everglades onto the west coast. They're not as prevalent as they are here. So those retired folk, they are angry. And they call like the cops when there's an iguana in their yard because it's as if a black bear is in their backyard because it's so foreign to them.
Wow.
But they're getting more and more prevalent and they're hunting those things, man.
When I haven't been to the Florida Keys in a while, but there's a sign when driving to the Keys that says like watch out for iguanas like falling out of trees.
What? They can do damage like armadillos in Texas, how you can really jack up your the front of your car if you mow over one. Same thing with iguanas.
You can hurt your car by mowing over an iguana?
They're heavy, dude.
A raccoon destroyed my car.
I'm about to get the hell out of here, man.
Like intentionally, or did you hit it?
I hit it. It was really big. It was by accident.
Florida,
did he apologize?
No, but it was a bit. I didn't see it, and I hit a big raccoon, and it destroyed the underneath of my car.
What about the raccoon himself?
That raccoon was gone.
It's over with.
Yeah,
Damn.
I hit it pretty hard.
That's sad.
I see a bunch of
the highway.
Instagram reels about people promoting their extermination, and like people will have a house that has a broken into. You could see an animal got in through it and opened a wide gap between maybe the wall and the roof, and they set up these traps where it is.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man, it is gruesome.
What the heck? You need to get off of the webs.
No, I scroll too much.
He's such a doom scroller. I'm starting to get more disciplined with mine. I'm cutting off social media at like nights and mornings to give my brain a little break from it, give it a little peek. This dude is like, how do you even get into that rabbit hole of the internet?
That's not my feed at all.
No, absolutely. See, Kat, I don't even understand. How do you even retain all of that? The internet is a weird place.
Last night was a deep, dark, like rock bottom of my doom scrolling life. I scrolled for like 2 hours, and I look up, and it's 12:45 a.m. Just what did I get done? It would have been more productive if I binged a TV show. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Goodness gracious. Doom scrolling sometimes can get your mind off of things, and our caller that's joining the show right now, based on the transactions that have happened in the past week, I'm sure doom scrolling couldn't even help that. Joe is in Jupiter. Joe joining us here on Theoretically Speaking. And Joe, have you gotten over the Micah Parsons trade yet?
Absolutely over, especially since Jerry Jones was on Good Morning America this morning, for crying out loud. Makes us all feel better, doesn't it? Good Lord.
Was he really on Good Morning America?
Was he on with Dancing with the Stars?
Yes, he was.
Doing what?
He was on Good Morning America. Yep, he was fantastic. From what our sportsman talked about it this morning. Evan and them talked about how fantastic he was. So just hit him up. He'll tell you. They did a couple of segments on his interview.
Oh,
it was great to listen to.
But Jerry Jones is like, and I'm sorry for your Cowboys fandom, but are you helping us out here with the iguanas or the sandhill cranes, which are the ribeye of the sky?
I am, because my misery doesn't start till tomorrow night. So let's talk about iguanas. So first of all, my son he turned 16 today. And he absolutely knows about iguanas. And I tell you what, you've lived here longer than I. I've been here about 5 years. You've never heard that they can freeze up in the tree and just fall until they fall out.
I heard they fall out of trees. I didn't know they were frozen. I didn't know that. I thought they just fell out of trees because everybody, loses balance every now and then.
Yeah, like C-Cat said, it shuts down. They don't die. That's just what happens. That's bad luck for them. But yeah, they come back. But I've seen them. And they just aren't moving, but they're not dead. And the other crazy thing is we've got 2 Savannah kitties that will actually chase them around our yard sometimes. And if they're small enough, it's not a good day for them. So I don't know. I'm just telling you.
Do cats eat iguanas?
They can. Ours can.
Wow. Okay. Well, we know what to do. We got to send those cats to the Everglades. Joe, Jupiter, appreciate the call and appreciate your help. We're going to save the west coast of Florida with what kind of cats are they again?
Savannah cats.
Savannah cats.
I've always heard like in inner city areas that might have problems with rodents like mice or rats. Like, just buy a cat. That'll take care of it. Or maybe if you own farmland, put it in the barn cat. I did not hear about the Floridian version of getting cats to take care of iguanas.
Do you think it's just those like really small, like not small, but like bigger lizards that are not actually iguanas?
You think that's what the cats are eating?
What are the ones that go on their hind legs? Like the two, then they run really fast.
Like the little geckos?
They're not geckos.
The lizards.
They're lizards. They're in that family.
Yeah. Well, that's what they are. Aren't they just called lizards? Am I tripping? They're geckos.
No, geckos are tiny.
They're the ones that
really tiny.
But them lizards be changing colors. That's what all lizards do, I guess.
No, I don't think they
The
all
lizards
do
change colors. They're not chameleons. What are they, C-Cat? Am I tripping?
No, chameleons change colors.
I know, but those lizards out here change colors too.
I mean, if it is a chameleon, iguanas don't change color. Like they eventually
iguanas do.
During mating season, the male iguanas will get orange.
What's the type of lizard that goes on its hind legs, its back legs, and run really fast?
That's that insurance dude.
Some younger iguanas, if you really scare them enough, they will catch a little bit of air.
No,
like a drag racing.
Iguanas are massive.
Yeah, like the little ones. Like if you're driving a golf cart on a golf course and they're all on the path, you drive up side, they'll run so fast that their front legs will take some air and run in the water. That's something that happens. But I think the lizard you're thinking about is like National Geographic type stuff where they prefer to run on their hind legs.
No, I'm just thinking of the one that Joe and Jupiter's cats are catching. It's probably not iguanas. It's probably like not a tiny little lizard that you usually see. It's like a little bit bigger, but not an iguana.
They got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They're laying these eggs.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know my lizards. I'm
I was about
sorry.
to say, and apparently he's like the
expert.
Yeah, it's a lizard savant.
I'm the guy who's lived in Florida the least out of us three. How do I know about all of this and you guys don't?
Because it's not something I actually care to do research on.
As a homeowner, I thought that would be much more pertinent. And as someone that has grown up in Florida, I thought you would have seen the evolution of the iguana in South Florida. You guys just sound ill-informed, unprepared, and downright disingenuous.
Have you been watching documentaries on this?
No, I've just been living my life.
Doom scrolling. You're not living your life. You're doom scrolling. And you need to stop it.
I can't.
It's not good.
I would love to see, which I'd feel bad for Theo, if Theo put an iguana in his car.
No!
That he thought was dead and then he
First
woke
off,
up.
A horror movie.
What are we doing putting iguanas in our car in the first? If I saw a dead iguana, I would avoid it. I would not put it in my car.
Right? Like you were.
Put it in a bag in the car at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randy says iguanas are the chicken of the trees.
But they taste good?
People eat them. They roast them
People eat
over
'em,
a
yeah.
fire like it's a pig.
I wouldn't eat an iguana. It just looks too weird.
I would. You got to prepare it for me. I don't like preparing an unorthodox food before I eat it, but I
Yeah.
would definitely eat iguana. Like you wouldn't have think alligator would taste good. But
Alligator's
alligator
great.
tastes good. It's just
Alligator.
better chicken.
Yeah.
Fried alligator is so good. I think of penguin in that way as well. I think Happy Feet made people get off of that stance.
Wait, what?
You eat penguin?
I don't eat
Wait a second.
penguin. I don't eat penguin.
But you have.
I have not eaten penguin. It is illegal. I looked it up.
Oh no, that's like the plot of Drake and Josh. This dude's taking down orangutans.
No, I have not eaten penguin. All I'm saying is penguin meat is probably delicious, and we'll never know because penguin are so cute.
Why do you think that penguins are delicious?
Well, why would you think an iguana's delicious?
You wouldn't until you tried it.
Exactly.
So you're just taking a shot here, firing from the hip. That looks
This-
like a tasty thing that I want to kill and eat.
I don't like
Happy Feet made us think that penguins are too cute. I will agree. I love penguins.
right, and you only love them because of that's all propaganda.
Or March
Happy
the
Feet?
Penguins. That came out very close to Happy Feet.
I will say March of the Penguins. It's like in the shadows of Happy Feet. Nobody thinks of March of the Penguins. It's all about Happy Feet.
What about Surf's Up? You ever see that one? The surfing penguins?
No. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. They're little. Yeah.
I would eat those. Of the three mentioned,
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
eat those cartoon penguins
For
over the other two.
sure. Think about how rich that meat probably is.
Ooh,
Again,
a little salt from the sea too.
come on now.
Pre-seasoned.
Now he gets it.
No.
So all I'm saying is penguin meat should not be protected as heavily as it is. We are going to get kicked out of here. You know what? If we do, we might have to move. And if we do move, at least we have a great company we can use. Safebound Moving and Storage. You're safe with Safebound. It's South Florida's most trusted moving company. It moved actually my sister out of South Florida into Georgia, and it can do the same for you no matter where you're going, how you want to experience life, and what different various ways. Safebound Moving and Storage has you covered. They even have Safebound Luxury, an expert team in art handling, special event moving, luxury retail, and high-end residential. If you got that highfalutin taste, Safebound's got you covered as well. Safebound's luxury services are here for you. They are a trained team of experts. So don't try to do this on your own. You are an amateur. It's also family-owned, based right in West Palm Beach, and it serves all of Florida. So whether you're moving out of Florida, into Florida, or within the state lines, Safebound Moving and Storage has the expertise, the experience, and 5-star customer service you can rely on. Safebound Moving and Storage, you are safe with Safebound. Bold football takes on the other side, and I promise you I will back off of my stance of penguin meat, but I will maybe one day try some iguana. I won't rule it out because alligator is absolutely delectable. So bold football takes on the other side.
Let's make a trip out of it, actually, with iguana.
What's like a trip? We don't have to go anywhere. They're everywhere.
I'm saying, like, someone's got to be serving iguana right now. Me and you. I haven't tried it yet.
All right, drop in the YouTube chat or call in 888-760-3776. Places in which, theoretically speaking, as a show, can go and experience iguana for the first time.
And I'd prefer, it's not mandatory, but like, you know, the Florida Health Administration probably should like sign off on the kitchen. It shouldn't be your backyard.
Yeah. I'm not going to some dude's house.
Well, I might.
woman's
You
house.
convince me.
Oh.
You won't be able to convince Theo.
Well, you just said
I prefer. I said it's not mandatory, but it's preferred. So like if you've got a nice recliner and maybe you pull out all the stops at your house, grill us up some iguana, I think I could be persuaded. Roll out the red carpet for us. But a kitchen, normal restaurant would probably be preferred.
I would do that for penguin meat.
Yeah.
Like somebody's house.
Stop
You'd
with
meet
the
someone in the
penguin.
back alley, but
Yeah.
okay.
I would just imagine. Just imagine it. Don't think about Happy Feet. Think about the ribeye of the ocean. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The minor league baseball playoffs are coming. On Thursday, September 11th at Clover Park, the St. Lucie Mets are hosting Game 2 of the Florida State League East Division Series. Watch the future stars of the Mets play the biggest game of the season. Enjoy $2 select beer, hot dogs, soda, and popcorn. All first responders receive free admission courtesy of Laura Kessick Real Estate. It's St. Lucie Mets playoff baseball at Clover Park on Thursday, September 11th at 6 o'clock. Tickets are on sale now at stluciemets.com.
It's heating up fast in Palm Beach County. Hey, it's Colin, and if your AC isn't ready for the Florida heat, now is the time to call John C. Cassidy Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Since 1960, John C. Cassidy has kept homes cool and comfortable. Don't wait for a breakdown. Upgrade your system today with great financing available. Be sure to ask about the Cassidy Care Program for year-round peace of mind. Cassidy is proud to support our local community, including the YMCA and the Palm Beach Gardens Youth Athletic Association. Stay cool. Stay prepared with Cassidy Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Visit CassidyAC.com.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and Wellington. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better.
The annual Boca Raton Bowl ABC Supply Company Great Chefs Tailgate Showcase heats up on Wednesday, September 10th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. Join me, Theo Dorsey, at Boca Raton Innovation Campus in Boca Raton as dozens of local chefs, breweries, and cocktail masters serve up their favorite tailgate classics. Tickets are on sale now. It includes all food samplings, beer, wine, cocktails, and soft drinks. Visit spiritofgivingnetwork.org/events to purchase your tickets today.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Consider by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMIT.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists on salary here to help you find the perfect ride. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you. Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault. It's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
This is the cat eating the iguana thing is starting to trip me out. If you missed our conversation earlier on the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking, we've been talking about the different exotic meats that we would love to try. Cody in the YouTube chat.
That was on the basis of it. We're talking about maybe trying iguana, which is not exotic anymore. Theo just wants to. He's got a hankering for penguin.
I don't have a hankering for penguin. I'm intrigued by the idea of the delicacy.
Out of every animal, you bring up penguins?
It's one example. Zebra? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want zebra. That doesn't. You're putting me on the spot. Penguin is good. Penguin looks delicious. They're really
That's true.
A lot of blubber, like.
And again, penguins are birds.
Penguins are birds.
You don't like birds.
You don't like birds, but I heard the sandhill crane is the ribeye of the sky.
But you can't eat that. That is definitively protected.
It's literally, that's their nickname. Somebody's eating it. You don't earn that nickname for nothing. And then Jupiter Joe comments in the YouTube chat that yes, his cats do take down iguanas, but not the big ones, the little ones. 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. We're taking your calls on where we can find some freshly prepared iguana meat that is a real kitchen, and then also if you have had penguin meat, just let us know how it tastes. 888-760-3776. You can go under an anonymous name because it is illegal. I've looked it up. That is the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. Trusted by the pros and ready for you because everyone deserves pro level care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. Cody is in Jupiter, and Cody is apparently an iguana expert. So, Cody, welcome into the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. And what's your you got an iguana place for us to try this the iguana meat?
I am no iguana expert, but I collect people, and I've got a guy that cooks everything.
Ooh,
and he
knows
makes
a guy.
the best fish fry. He's a fishmonger, so I mean, it's what he's done his whole life. And I called him up real fast. I was like, "Oh, have you ever cooked iguana?" He's like, "Oh, I fish fry." He's like, "I do like the fish fry." He's like, "I fried up. It's so good." I'm like, oh, "Okay." Let me call him up. I'm like, "But you're gonna have to come help me bring some iguanas." So he's like, "Yeah, we'll figure it out." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll call you back."
So we have to bring the iguanas to him?
Oh, no, I'll set it up. We'll bring it to you guys.
Right.
Hey,
wow.
This is it right here.
I'm going to show up with one of those, when you go to like a crab shack and the big bib,
yes.
I have that with the iguana on the print.
I feel like Seacat would want to catch the iguana that we're going to
I don't know.
eat.
I'm a little more squeamish than you might think I am with this type of stuff. It's kind of scary.
Cody, don't answer this on the air, but do inquire. Don't say it came from me, but just inquire about penguin. Just ask your buddy, have you ever, ventured down that road? And I appreciate the call, Cody.
Oh, he has done it. He has.
Yes! Yes! Get Cody's contact.
Where'd he get a penguin in South Florida?
He's done it. Thank you for the call, Cody. You just made my day. Where do you get a penguin in South Florida? I don't care if you got to go to Antarctica. Bring that penguin back up here, and let's see what's happening. And if you did have to go to Antarctica to grab that penguin, I know a vehicle that you could use to get there.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
The thing about penguins, too, I'm surprised it hasn't been something people have tried more because they seem very easy to catch.
I feel like people don't just share it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I've got to get in touch with Cody's guy. Because the Penguin, how's the Penguin going to get away from you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they travel in packs. It would just be a very easy gathering process. I mean, pigs are fast. Have you seen a hog race?
Yeah.
And you know how much bacon we eat? Penguins have to waddle. And it takes them a really long time to go from point A to point B because it's like more of a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can't, yeah.
But if you're on their territory, though, those things can slide. Like, you find them on an icy slope, boom,
I'm not going
you're gone.
You know what you do? You just go to the bottom of the slope. you put up a contraption at the bottom of the slope, and then you run them off of it, and they all dive down the slope to get away, and then boom. Penguin dinner for everyone. Penguin
oh, my gosh, stop.
Next stop.
We're going to go to Denver, Colorado, where
There's no
sparks
penguins.
flew. Fireworks, but not because of, I don't know, an offensive explosion, because of a Rafael Devers home run in the first inning, and a Rafael Devers pimp job on how long he admired the home run. Take a listen from NBC San Francisco.
They'll be above 500. They're 5 games out of the final wild card spot. Devers skies one to right, way up there, and gone! Another one for Rafi Devers. And Kyle Freeland, the benches are clearing. Devers is trying to round the bases. Freeland was unhappy, and now we got punches being thrown. Oh, my goodness.
Kyle Freeland was the pitcher for the White Sox in that game, or the Rockies, in that game. And he didn't like how long Rafael Devers was admiring the home run. He thought he was getting shown up.
Yeah.
Is there any celebration for a home run that warrants a pitcher's feelings getting hurt?
I mean, it always should hurt your feelings if somebody sends it out of the park. You know?
You don't punch them.
I mean, I won't. You can.
So Rafael Devers did not go to first base. He admired the home run and then started jawing with the pitcher Kyle Freeland.
Ooh.
He rounded the bases to complete his home run 8 minutes later.
What?
Whoa, okay.
That's what made
How did
this
it take that
specific
long?
instance that special and unique.
Did he punch him before he got through the 8-minute rounding of the bases?
All right, Kyle Freeland didn't punch anybody.
Okay.
He was the hold me back type of guy, and there
good.
was some real weird slaps going on. It was a classic baseball fight.
Did Devers get to first base before the fight happened?
No.
Oh, I love that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you really, and that's the thing. Hey, put a clock out there in baseball, and maybe you know if there's a rule where it's like you hit the home run, you still got to round the bases in 15 seconds or something. That's obviously way too fast, but then that's how you eliminate that celebration. Until you do, take your time. You slap one out the park, take your time. I absolutely love it.
8 minutes. Wow.
That is a woo longest home run trot ever.
Next stop.
We are going to go to Los Angeles, California,
Nice.
because a big scandal dropped.
Did you forget where Los Angeles was for a second?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to formulate the rest of my sentence, and now I lost all of that train of thought.
Said a big-
Kawhi Leonard apparently got an under-the-table $28 million endorsement deal for a no-show job, essentially a fraudulent tree planting company funded by the owner of the Clippers, a.k.a. the Clippers are allegedly paying Kawhi Leonard more money than they're telling the NBA in order to circumvent the salary cap.
First of all, I wholeheartedly believe it. It's still alleged. It still has to be proven, but I wholeheartedly believe this. And this has been my favorite conspiracy theory around sports in general since I was a kid and since I was taught the salary cap. I was like, what do you mean, Pops? So there's a salary cap and these really super duper rich and competitive dudes obey it? He's like, yeah. You know, just fair. It's the love of the game. It's fair. They don't want to spend more money. You telling me that they weren't doing a little bit of that somehow, some way out there with the Patriots?
Yeah.
You telling me that they weren't? Come on, they cheated in every other way. Why wouldn't I expect the Michigan man himself, Tom Brady, who was praised so heavily for taking pay cuts? Why would I not expect that? Maybe, just maybe, there was maybe it was an iguana cooking business or something out there in New England.
That's true, because, like, I got to look at the legislation and the laws in the league, because, like, what if Kawhi Leonard did show up and for one extra day's work, he got paid
$28 million
separate, like Steve Ballmer paid him, not the Los Angeles Clippers, like, hey, thank you for showing up. Here is your talent fee. Here's $28 million. Thank you for your work.
Absolutely illegal.
It's got to be. I wonder what the actual words are used to prevent that from happening.
I don't know, but come on, like common sense would say though, like in a salary cap sport, it's not happening in baseball because you don't need to. In a salary cap sport, there have to have been incidents of this that have happened. I mean, that's what college football was literally not allowed to be paying people in general sport, and people came out of their pockets in undisclosed ways to do it. There's high school football players that have been getting paid before it was legal to give them NIL out here in Florida. I wholeheartedly believe that not only this happened, but I do believe that there's probably other incidents of it that we have not been able to prove yet.
Next stop.
We are stopping in West Palm Beach, Florida, because people are lining up to try to serve, theoretically speaking, some iguana. Tina, are you going to eat it too?
I'll try it.
Nice.
Thank you.
I will not try penguin.
Okay.
I won't eat either because it is illegal. It has to be illegal.
Well, no, not if you don't prepare
The means
it.
of which you get the penguin will be illegal,
All right.
and probably eating itself is illegal.
I don't know. I think preparing the penguin would be illegal. If if the person that served us the penguin didn't tell us it was penguin, then would you eat it? I'm not saying do this because I don't know if it's
because
illegal.
I didn't know it was penguin. All right, now, in a hypothetical situation where there is a outbreak, like a jailbreak of zoo animals in the middle of the night, you're driving back home from a late night shift at ESPN West Palm,
right?
And you go around this wide bend and it's in a blind spot, and boom! Oh no, I hit an animal. You know what? I don't see deer that often here in West Palm.
No.
Maybe it's a deer. Maybe it's an iguana, raccoon, possibly. You look and it's a penguin. And then you take your two fingers and you check its pulse. Oh, we lost the penguin.
I wouldn't know where to go to check. What do you check his pulse on his fin?
I think it would be a little bit more ethical to eat the penguin and not have his life be wasted by one traffic incident.
That's true. But I did hear that roadkill usually ruins the meat.
I mean, if you get it on ice real quick, it'll be okay.
What's the blood? I think the internal bleeding is what I've heard, at least. I've never tried it, but I've heard, like, if you hit a deer, you can't cook that deer up because the meat gets ruined.
My eyes have watered twice now because I want to cry at the thought of eating penguins.
It's not. Here's the thing, and I want the FSAPCA to know this as well. I don't want to eat penguins. I'm just intrigued by the idea of it. Theoretically speaking, on the other side.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Wing Wednesday! Brought to you by Hurricane Grill and Wings. 30 bold flavors, ice-cold beer, handcrafted cocktails. Your home for sports is Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Mas Plus by Messi is hydration plus more. A beverage like no other, made to give everyone an extra boost of positivity and inspiration every day. Created by Lil Messi, Mas Plus delivers a balanced blend of electrolytes with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners or colors, no caffeine, and only 1 gram of cane sugar, plus vitamins with no compromise on quality ingredients. Floridians can purchase Mas Plus by Messi at key retailers across Florida or online at masbymessi.com.
Hey, it's Theo, and let's be real. Moving sucks. Boxes, packing, all that stress. Who's got time for it? That's why there's Safebound Moving and Storage. We handle everything. Whether you're moving local or long distance, we offer a headache-free experience, just the way moving should be. Get your free quote today at safeboundmoving.com, because every move should feel safe with Safebound.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That's right, we're live on YouTube, and we have exciting news. Very exciting news right here, Tina. C-Cat, we are welcoming y'all in to an extravagant football showdown, and it is a chance for people to win some money, and it all starts on the Cover 5 app.
Cover 5. Download the app. Type in MVP 25. You find ESPN West Palm. You pick 5 games a week.
Yep.
And however much you beat the spread on those picks, you get points.
So promo code MVP 2025. Search that on the Cover 5 app, and you'll be trying to beat, Theoretically Speaking, and Russo and Rizzo. If you think you're smarter than us at picking against the spread in football, we're going to have this all season long, and there's going to be opportunity for prizes.
Yeah.
Download the app.
If you beat both Theoretically Speaking and Russo and Rizzo in any given week, you're entered to win a $25 Duffy's gift card. MVP 2025.
Cover 5 app. The Cover 5 app. It is going to be absolutely fun. A lot of fun. Are you going to do the punishment? Are we going to make a punishment? Because we're also...
Oh, yeah.
Tina's going to be a part of the punishment this year.
There's no punishment with this one.
Well, we'll make it up. We'll make something up. Cover 5 app downloaded. Beat Theoretically Speaking. Beat Russo and Rizzo. Go in love. Go in peace. Go enjoy. The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network,